January 3, 2024. It is a storm outside today, and it has been since yesterday. And this storm is not good at all. Just I don't know how it is for other people, but this storm is not good for me in my life. But things can look bad and then it's going good. I don't know just now when it's going on what will happen. And I started the year to go to a nurse, the nurse for this area, not an ordinary nurse that is in a hospital, but someone that is more educated. And she wrapped my legs, both legs. And the doctor had told her that I needed to have that. So she did, and so far I have it staying up. It have been now 24 hours, and it still stay up. And I'm going back to her on Friday. This is Wednesday today, and I'm going back on Friday, and she's going to look at it, how it look like, and then do it once again new, wrapping my legs. And I told her that I have done that before, and it have not helped to lower my swelling in my legs. And I told her about that. I understood now. It's something new that have happened in now the 2024, that I have come to understand what's the problem with my body is. And that is because of chronic stress in the body. And it makes me to understand more about my life that I didn't know before. And she wrapped my legs, and then she was talking to me. I don't know what it's called in English. The bone that is in front of the leg, and it's like a fake bone, but it is a bone. It's because she say it have no nerves. She said to me it's not the same as the other legs. And she put cotton on it to make it not be the one that hold up the whole wrapping, she said. And when she say this, that it have no nerves there, and I say to her, I have nerves there. I say to her, because my brother used to put his finger in my legs in that part, and he do bad things. Just focus on that bone. I say so. And he loved that because I was screaming because it hurt me so much. So it seems like I have nerves there, I say to her. And then when I told her that, I get a shock, like a shock, over that I remember suddenly something I have not remember it before. And then suddenly it come up, something from the past, far past, that I have no thinking about. And I get some, it felt like shock inside my body when I remember. And then I left the nurse, and I didn't felt anything special. And I come back to my home. But when I come inside my home after have going with a taxi, suddenly I be very much angst. I got angst. It was nothing that I don't get it so very often. It have happened, but not much. And suddenly I got angst, and I was tired because I have been to the nurse early in the morning. And so I go to bed, and I couldn't sleep for a long time. I wake up after like a half hour, and I have this angst in me, and it's going worse with the angst. And I try to go back to bed and sleep because I was sleepy, but I couldn't. And I be scared about it because I know when in the year 2000, when I should do a suicide, that I couldn't control myself. I was on my way to go to the sea and take my life. If it wasn't for this higher priest that come to me before I left my home, and he was talking to me, and then come God, and I was to this cave, and I come to his throne room, and God was doing things to me that I have talked about, that I become his in that way. And so I was God's special child that he used, and I should live. So I live, but that make me know it, and you know it also, you that have on your way to make a suicide, but something have stopped you to do it. But in that process, you be like crazy. You have no control over the brain. It's only targeting to make a suicide, and it must come someone that you really listen at that can stop you from doing suicide. And some of you have done suicide, but you didn't do it instantly. Suicide, you didn't do it the whole way, so you wake up again. And in that moment before you make the suicide, you know, is you lose your control over yourself in that way. And that was, I was scared that I couldn't handle it. I couldn't hold it to stay alive, that I can go to that place where there is no return. It's only to do what was in my mind. So I was thinking, I can't go, let it go in that way. Even if I believe in God and afterlife, was it like I was on my own? I didn't have any control. I have no contact with God and afterlife. I was thinking about afterlife, and but I felt like I was not connected to them. So I'd be scared, and I wondering what I should do. But then I remember that there is a telephone call. So to call to someone if there is problem in mentally problem. So I call this nurse that have that job to answer the telephones, and she told me that I should talk about it on Friday with the nurse when I go and get a new wrapping on my legs, and tell the nurse what happened and see what she's saying, because it's serious when I felt like I'm going to that state that I'd make a suicide, that I lose the control and do a suicide. And she, when I have talking to her, and she say I should talk to the nurse on Friday, then I relax. Then I didn't felt it. So it was very strange that I got this. When I remember that my brother used to poke and squeeze my leg in that bone, that it come this angst. And that's what it is under everything in my body, is this remembering of what he did. And I remember one thing they did, both my sister and the brother, they did something to me that I don't remember everything. And I think it's because I want to hold it back and not remember. So when it's coming to me what they really did, then it will be once again this angst, things that make me take my life. But not in the ways like it is this, that I can lose the control over myself. That is what it is. And I find out in this that I didn't have any contact with the afterlife. So I had to work on my own in this to try to find the control again in myself. And I got help by talking to another person. And I am by myself, so I don't have a person to talk to. So the only thing I have to do was to call a nurse. And I did that once for many years before I met God. I didn't know what to do when I get very much depression because some of the people I knew have died. Yeah, all 4 people, I think, died in almost the same time. And it was too much for me. And then I called the pastor in my church, the church that was closest to the village where I live. And I was not in the church, and I didn't believe in God. But I called him, and it was Easter, because I remember that because he said to me that his family was on their way to drive away to another place to celebrate Easter, he said. And but he said to me that he should stop to make do the car and drive away, because he heard that it was serious when I was talking to him. So he stopped doing his private things, and then he listened what I talk about, and that helped me. So that was a good pastor that had time to talk, to listen at me. And so there is people, even if you don't have any family and don't have any friends, there is some people that don't know you, but they listen to you and can give you advice what to do. So it doesn't need to be friends or family. You can find someone to call up or go to and talk about this problem you have. But saying that to you in the same time as I got the touch in my heart from the spirit world. So it was necessary to tell you this, that you don't need to find a friend or a family. There is people that listen to you, even if they don't know you. They do that. And so I will walk away from what I was talking about a little. But I was not to the nurse when I got this depressed or angst. So I was home and I called and I be relaxed. But then this storm was going on and still are outside, but it's not targeting my house like it did this night. It was on my windows, and I'll see in what order it come. and it come first. Uh, um, it was ringing on my door, but it was not the sound of my clock. It was another clock that was ringing like a doorbell once, and I saw that it was about 2 o'clock in the night, so I knew it. Never ever it will come someone on my door at 2 o'clock and call. So I knew for sure it was calling from the spirit world. And I was thinking like I should go. I had important things to do in the morning. At 7 o'clock the taxi should come and I should go to the hospital and I should do a laser surgery on my eyes. And it was important for me to have done it. I have done it once, but I needed to do it once more to clean up my eyes. And I couldn't do that. I understood that when the door was ringing. I understood it was a warning to not go out and do it on my eyes because it was storm outside. And so I went up and I wrote to the hospital and I wrote to the taxi to not come and get me at 7 o'clock in the morning because I wrote that I have not been sleepy because the storm have been on my windows and waking me up the whole time. And so I did it and they answered very quick that they cancel the taxi. And in the hospital, I have to call after 8 o'clock. And I should be there at 7:30. So it was already done that the doctor waiting for me at when I could call the hospital and tell them. So I need to do it later on when it's already was too late. And I can't do anything. I told them what had happened, that I had not been sleeping in the whole night, and I was very sleepy, and I couldn't come. And so I don't know. It doesn't matter in that way because it's much money I have to pay if they not understand. But it will be like it will be. It's God's control of these things. And maybe get to pay everything for that surgery. And it's be about $100 to pay. But I needed to stop to come to the hospital because I should not go out in the strong wind that was. It was not good. And So I go back to bed and try to sleep then. Then suddenly I was laying on my back, looking up in the ceiling, when I wake up, and it was a crash, really bang. Not a crash, it was really bang of metallic noises, like someone have breaking in into metallic doors. And I was laying and thinking that first I would say that the doorbell, it was just over my head. So it was not at the wall. It was in the air over my head. And this crash, bang, it was down at my feet, but it was more far away. It was maybe 2 meters from my feet. So I'd be not scared because it was not close to me. And the bang come, and then suddenly I saw a scissor that you cut with, that is the biggest you can buy, the biggest scissor for the kitchen to have, and it was orange, where you hold the where this scissor are. I start to be very sleepy, so we'll see what will happen. That's why I stop and talk a little, because my brain wanted to close. And but that orange, I was thinking that that was like hanging up in the ceiling, and it was open. So it was, if it have been over my head, I've been scared, because it was an open scissor, so it could hit me with this strong things, like strong mouth it had to cut. It could have done that if it had been where I laying, but it was not where I laying. And it hanging for a little time, so I could look at it. And I was thinking after that that's my family that have coming through, and I have seen them, and they are orange hair, red haired. But I am not sure it was like that. But I was thinking that it's like my family, they are orange. And this scissor was orange, in the handle where you hold it. And so it was kind of strange color, even if there is scissors that have that color. And so that was more that something was going on, and that I should not be in the hospital that day. And it maybe was evil things was going on, that I should lose my eyes in the surgery, so I should not go there. It can be that. I don't know, but I felt like it was a Warning. I begin to be very sleepy now. Um, so it's a woman here, and it's like an angel here. So I will ask her what's going on and why I. No, I stop. I'm sorry. I be stopped in my brain. Uh, she maybe is going to say something without me to you. I, I, I wait and see if she's talking. But it's like the brain is in prison. Uh, it's I have to ask the angel why she is a little angry. Why she look angry? Yeah, it's very strange that I stop to talk. Something is it. I lose the ability to continue to talk. So I think we will see what's going on by next time I recording if it's something that happened just now that I should not recording it that but it's an angel and I say that to you now. It's an angel here with a white dress and she hold her finger and do this to not talking anymore, she say to me. So I have to quit now. And then I tell you next time what was happened here. But I told you most what have happened. And I think she is she's angry because I have forgot what happened next today. It happened more. It was a strange day today. And she reminded me about it, so I should talk. That's why she looked like she didn't like that I forget to say that. Because I was up after I have taken contact with the hospital and say that I couldn't come. Then it was time for me to take my medicine. So I sit in my sofa at my television and I took my medicine first. And then I go back to bed It was about 8 o'clock, and then I was up a few times because I couldn't sleep. The hard wind wake me up, and then suddenly it called on my door, and that it wake me up. I was in a real good sleep in that time, but I heard the doorbell ringing. So I wondering what it was, because I didn't expect anything to come. And when I opened the door, the mailman stood outside, and he gave me a small package. And I was thinking that he must be wrong. It must be someone else he should go to. But it was my address on it. And I was thinking, I have not ordered anything. And but he gave me this, and I sit down and open up the parcel what I got, and it was nothing that I have ordered, but it was my address on it. It was an empty bottle in plastic, and then it was a soap, a square soap, and I never use soap. It's about 50 years since I last time I bought a soap or hold it. If sometimes it happened that I am in other places, then I need to take. It's only a soap laying in the toilet, and normally I have cream soap that I take. Most of the time I wash my face when I take a shower, and then that shampoo that be in my hair, that I wash my whole body with, so it's not so very strong soap. It's mixed with water, and then I do that in my face also. So it was very strange that I got this soap, and it was not something I have ordered because I don't use it. And then I saw it was a soap from the Dead Sea. It was the salt water it was made of. And I was thinking, I have been to the Dead Sea, and I was in the water, and it didn't help me at all against my psoriasis. So I knew I should not buy that kind of soap. So I was thinking, all these things that happen today have with each other to do. It's like a puzzle going on, and I don't really know the puzzle yet. But the Dead Sea soap, that have with Jerusalem to do. It have with Israel to do, and I have got this that I should do my DNA, and it have with with Jesus to do. And I have been in those places where he was. And then he's not here anymore. And I think it is the Caesar is meaning that is cut off. It was like it was not hanging a Caesar that was closed. It was like it had been used and hanging in there. So it was someone that running away. He looked like he had brown pants on and he had green jacket on, and he looked like he was today. He was not a spirit, he was a form of a human. And he ran away when I was talking about Jesus was not here anymore. And then I saw this, and I heard the steps also when he ran away from here. He ran from the right side of me, and he passed by the left side. And then I think he ran out in the portal. I have shown you that have followed me. I have shown you the portal. That's where he ran away. So I don't know where he come from, but he reacted on what I was telling, what I was saying about that Jesus is not more, that it had to, you don't need to cut off Jesus in your life, but there is more than him now. More had coming through than it have not stopped when Jesus died on the cross. It's more to it after Jesus was gone. And I'm thinking about that boy that was running away. That was not, he's saying this now to me, that it was no one that to hold in. He understands now that it's not end when Jesus died, and that we waiting for Jesus to come back again. It's much that he had missed by thinking that Jesus, it was when everything happened, and nothing happened after Jesus. So I fall to sleep now. You find out I think it's 3 times I have going out from my brain. I have been knocked out. So it's time to go. So next time I tell you what happened more in this storm that we have. It have with this storm to do. That I feel like it's anger. The storm is anger from the spirit world. They are angry what will happen just now, what's going to be changed. They are angry. And let them be angry, but take the warning that you got from heaven and be serious in that, because they are alert just now, they in heaven, and they know that the evil spirit is running around now, and you have to listen at those in afterlife, because they want to protect you, so you are not going to die, that you are going to live. So God bless you, and be careful out there.